every year I come to this thing and I would say, I really need to write a really good speech. And every year, David Miller pours 17 gin and tonics down my throat all week. So the first thing I want to point out is this evening I have a special t-shirt on. This is Lucy. And she is cheering because this evening, this is for the fans that cheered for us all year. This is for the people who actually believed in us this entire year. And let me tell you, this year we're going to pull the football out from a lot of people. So last year, I stood here and I implored you to believe. I asked you that you had faith. I assured you that we would change cycling, that we would change the world. We as a team decided to have a pretty heavy cross, and we decided to bare our souls and our private lives to the world and be completely transparent. We spent all year looking the skeptics in the eye and converting them into fans and into believers. We showed that we were honest, for real, deserving. We showed that we were amongst the best in the world, and we raced with dignity, passion, and honor. In simple words, what I would say is that we were on a crusade. However, so happy with being able to compete at the front, be in the mix, be there with the best. So happy were we, so ecstatic about the reception of our vision and our ability to perform with the best, to perform clean and to perform, as I've said, with dignity and honor and with the bounds of our ethics. We forgot something, some last little step. We forgot to go ahead and win, because we can win a hell of a lot more than we did this year. Some of the best definition of success that I've heard recently is success is reaching your goals without compromising your values. And while succeeding beyond anyone's wildest dreams in 2008, I feel, and I think the rest of the team, you guys can tell me, feels the same way, that we owe you, the people who believed in us, we owe the fans, we owe our sponsors that had the faith to step forward in an extremely challenging environment, we owe all the people that supported us, we owe you the beauty and emotion of victory. So this year, as I was thinking about the crusade that we've been on the last year, I was talking to a sergeant major from Delta Force that came up and trained our troops how to play paintball like a bunch of crazy mofos. And he said to me, and this guy, from what I understand, has basically the most secret ops peacetime kills of anyone currently in the military. He said, "This is a sharp, disciplined, tough, and intelligent group that are clearly bonded together." And he said to me, "Jonathan, what you need to know about these guys is they can accomplish the mission." And at that point, I thought, we are no longer on a crusade. We are done with the cross. We are on a mission. We are on a mission because we have an obligation. We have an obligation to everybody that had faith in us. We have an absolute obligation to win. Thank you.
Kind of one by one, we're going to introduce all the riders on the team, and it's easiest to do this alphabetically, and certainly it's great to see this man back on the squad this year. He's a former Swedish road and time trial champion, and he just happened to have won a bike race called Paris-Roubaix. This is Magnus Bassett. Magnus really has been a cornerstone of the team, no question about that. So thanks for all your hard work. This next young man Boy, I tell you, the Tour of Utah, it was phenomenal to watch Blake Caldwell. Blake, you stand up, taking a stage win, spending time in the leader's jersey, and then you saw that it's probably about 3 millimeters that Blake was away from winning the U.S. Pro Road Championship, and I know, Blake, one day you will win that jersey, and I can't wait to see it. So the next gentleman we call the People's Champion. I know his parents came all the way out from Petaluma. This is Stephen Koza, another multi-time national champion. He's also an outstanding time trialist. And Stephen also coming back from a tough year last year, so it's going to be great to see what he's going to do in 2009. Well, one of the best climbers in the world, and they call him a pure climber. He's a lot more than that. You saw him as playing the role of a just exceptional teammate of the Tour of Missouri this year. He's won major tours on 3 different continents. That would be the Tour of Austria, Tour de Langkawi, and the Tour de Georgia. This is Tom Danielson. Not bad so far, huh, Paul? So this next gentleman is really the character of the team, no question. He's a multi-time national champion from New Zealand. And looking at his hallmarks, you go all the way back to a career that started in 1996 with some massive wins like that great day at Trent. This is, from New Zealand, Julian the Strongman Dean. If you're going to go to battle, that's a guy you want on your side, no question. Well, you know, at the end of this last season, there were some signings all over the place, really. But one of the more interesting ones is this young Dutchman that we're bringing onto the squad. He just got done handing Tom Boonen his, I'll just say he beat Tom Boonen, as this is new to the team, Hans Deckers. Great race down in New Mexico called the Tour of the Gila. And this man broke through there a couple of years ago. The Gila Monsters, the stage, and he had a phenomenal win. He also won stage 1 of the Tour of Utah this year. This is right here in Colorado, Jason Donald. Well, from right here in Boulder, Colorado, we have a couple riders that are local, and one of them, Blake Caldwell, grew up here as well, but this young man is an incredibly special person. He was 3rd at last year's U.S. Pro Time Trial Championships, and that's when a lot of people started taking notice of Boulder, Colorado's danger man, Timmy Duggan. We've had some riders coming back for some incredible things last year, and Timmy is one of them. It's so great to have Timmy back in the field and with his strong legs back underneath him. Well, another one of the riders that we certainly are happy to have on the team. We want to race a big, big race for S4. It's called Perry Tours. This is Hope Duna. And another young Californian on the team. He spent time in the King of the Mountains jersey at the Tour of Georgia. He had a huge win. His first real major pro win at the Univest Grand Prix from California. This is Lucas User. Well, clearly one of the fastest men in the world is on this squad. He spent time in the leader's jersey at the Tour of California this year. He's a multi-time American national champion from Wenatchee, Washington. This is Tyler Farah. They certainly featured him quite a bit in the videos that we've been watching, and you can see why. He's just an absolute great guy. He's an American Olympian and a World Cup winner. This is Meatball, Mike Friedman. Well, it was certainly well documented, but it was an incredible day when we ended up putting this man on the podium at the Tour de France. It was quite a ride for this former Univest winner and national champion. This is, what a day that was. Will Frischborn! Will, another one of our riders that spends a lot of time living here in Boulder. He's added so much to our cycling community. Well, This man, you saw him absolutely drilling it in that stage of team time trial, the Giro d'Italia. He was a key player there, a former Canadian national champion at the time trial, and he won the King of the Mountain at the Tour de Georgia. This is Ryder Hesjedal. Well, this former world mountain bike champion ended up on the podium at the Tour de Georgia this year. It was an outstanding ride for the young Australian. This is Trent Lowe. There you go, Trent. Well, this Dutchman won the outright title of UCI's European Continental Champion last year. And then, I think you just saw in the video the incredible ride he had at Paris-Roubaix this year. What a key part of the team he is. Martin Mascans. Well, a stunning ride at the Tour of Portugal this year. This man certainly served notice. A multi-time Irish national champion. This is Dan Martin. Well, another one of the strong Canadians on our squad. We really reinforced this year, and I tell you, the reigning champion, boy, that Maple Leaf is going to look good. This is Christian Meyer, new to the team this year. Now, the youngest man to ever wear the yellow jersey at the Tour de France. It's just been an absolutely incredible career. The former British road and national time trial champion is clearly one of the most respected riders in the peloton. He's one of our leaders. This is David Miller. Well, it seems like years and years ago, and it really wasn't that long, but as an Espoir rider under 23, he was the world time trial champion. He did that in Portugal, and then we got to watch one of the most stunning and brave attacks I've ever seen at the Tour of Missouri. Tour of Missouri stage win for Danny Pace. We saw in the video, but that ride that Danny had at the Tour de France took an incredible amount of courage as well. The former French Espoir national road champion. This guy brings a huge engine with it. This is Kilian Patour. Another one of the best climbers in the world, without a doubt. He's wore the King of the Mountain jersey at the Tour of California, along with the Best Young Riders jersey. And it was only a few years in Utah that he won a national championship. This is Tom Peterson. I don't think anything made me more excited than seeing this man was going to be on Garmin-Slipstream this year. What a ride at the World Championships last year to a silver medal. He was 6th place at the Olympics in the time trial. This is Canadian national champion Swain Toft. Just looking at this next name makes me smile as well. You saw that win at the Tour of Missouri. I know his dad is here and how proud he must have been. But the outright winner of the Tour of Missouri, he's a former American Olympian. And nowadays, I guess it's not 5th, it's 4th place at this year's Tour de France. This is Christian Vande Velde! Those moments just can't come along often enough, Christian. So hopefully we'll be back here talking about the same thing next year. I think maybe a little better. Yeah. So another new signing for the team. There's a race in France called Tour de l'Avenir. It's a race of the future. And this man won a huge stage there. This is Ricardo van der Velde. Welcome to Garmin-Slipstream. But if you've been following this squad, you've seen the way things have advanced, bringing riders like Magnus and David. Well, this is really the next big step. He is an Olympic gold medalist, a world champion. The Palmares just don't quit for the legend, Bradley Wiggins. It is great to look out and see all these smiling faces, and the support that this team has is unbelievable. And I know this is one of the crowd's favorites. Only American who's won a stage at all three of the Grand Tours, the Vuelta, the Giro, and the Tour de France. He's also our reigning national time trial champion. This is David Zabriskie. You know what? Can we turn on that mic? You always gotta wonder what Dave wants to say. So, yeah, seriously, Dave, we'll have a chance. So, hey, Paul, why don't you jump in here with me? Because I know we're gonna maybe bring the house lights up just a little bit because we're gonna start our Q&A session here now. So we'll get some mics out there to you, kind of do it like we did last year. But I know you wanted to start things off, so here you go, Paul.
All right. I wanted to ask this kind of a vague question, but what emotions or what goes through your mind when you're at the last moment of the race and you're pushing for the finish? Sure. Christian. Well, any of you really.
I hate being the first. That's good. Finish line's always a nice sight to see. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the race, and depends on the time, it depends on the country, it depends on your hometown. And if it's in Boulder, if it's in Chicago, it's going to make it push to the finish line much easier, like it was in Missouri this year. But
what about on the tour, stage 10?
Stage 10? I didn't even realize how much emotion was going on in the car today. It was bringing tears to my eyes. Waddy, you're pretty good back there, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I took it out. It was getting a little bit too much. But yeah, stage 10, just, you know, I don't know. I had those guys up on a pedestal a little bit too high this year. I thought a little bit too much of them. I didn't think enough about myself. And I realized I was pretty much stronger than all those guys were. And we were going too slow, so we had to go a little faster. That's pretty much all I was.
You know, and while we're getting our mics organized, we'll get them out there for you right away because we certainly want to give you a chance to ask questions as well. But you know what, Dave? I saw you go up to the mic, and certainly we're not shy. We'd love to hear what you have to think. So, you know what? I remember last year when we were here, the product launch for DZ's Nuts happened. How's that going, Dave?
It's going very well. The thing that I was doing is I knew that I was going to be last, and I was rating all of your. Some of you did a quick confident. Somebody like the one-handed. Somebody did a point. And I was knowing that I would be last. What can I do to differentiate myself from the rest of these guys? And that's what I did. I didn't really have anything planned to say. So
Dave, I got a question for you. And you know, Brian's got a mic here as well. But what's the worst all-time victory pose that you've seen? Is there anyone that stands out in your mind?
Actually, I was on a team sponsored by Soft Ride once. Sorry, and I don't even know if those bikes exist.
I don't know if they do either. Yeah.
But the victory salute on those because you could bounce. It was like a rodeo. That was a good one.
Thanks, David. Brian Smith. Brian does such a great job. It looks like you might have someone already. So here, I'll toss it out to you. With 850 people, we can't come up with one question. You guys got one? Okay. Do you have a mic?
I think it works.
There we go. Go ahead.
This question is to Tom Danielson. What's your PR of Super Flag?
So Super Flag is, Tom, go ahead. One of our legendary training rides here. Tom, what do you posted there?
I don't know. I haven't been in the best shape this year, so I don't know. I've heard guys do it really, really fast. Under Blake or something, he's done it under 22 or something. So.
All right, beautiful. So there's no answer at all for you.
I'm sorry.
So you're going to say, Tom, but you're going to say sub 22 is going to be world class? Blake? What do you think, Blake? Sub 22? Is that
all right, okay. From Christian. Faster than you.
Great. Just what we need, animosity with the crowd now, Christian. Don't poke the bear. So, and I'll toss it. Okay, Brian, we'll right over there. Go ahead.
Hello. Last year, I asked some of the team leaders what their best individual race was that they wanted to win. So this year, I'd like you guys to say what's the biggest team win you want to have for 2009.
Yeah, there is a team time trial this year's Tour de France, gentlemen? Yeah, Dave Miller, would you hop up? So, Dave, if you could have one win for the team, what would it be for next year?
It would have to be the Tour de France team time trial.
I would not doubt them, and I'll toss it right back out there.
This is for Swain. What meant more to you, the placing at the Olympics, or your placing at the World Championships?
I'm interested to hear this one myself, Swain. This is Swain Tough, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the Olympics for me was, I think, probably my biggest surprise. It was such a ton of work to build up to that race, and it just kind of verified for me that all that hard work will pay off. And I didn't even plan to go to Worlds. I went to Missouri just kind of thinking, oh, I'll just see what happens there, go to Worlds, and that happened. So it was more of a shock for me, but Olympics was just a true verification for me that I can be at that level. So yeah, that was my proudest moment for sure.
It really was a magical year for Swain last year, and I tossed it over to you, Brian.
This question is for Ryder Edgenall. Ryder, you live in Maui, and there's a big climb there, Haleakala. I was wondering who holds the record up Haleakala, and if you think you might be able to take a shot at it.
Okay. As soon as I arrived, I knew that that monster was there. I had no idea that my boss actually had the record. So I was a little bit, I don't know, intimidated. But I think I might try and smash it in a couple weeks. So I just have to get the details and find out exactly how he did it, and then it'll be easy.
Sounds like a plan, right? All right, toss it right back out to you, Brian.
Hey, Dave, I think we're going to go to Eric for the next one, but I'm going to the upper deck. So I want some questions from the upper deck.
Go right ahead.
This is for Magnus. As I could understand, you're a year or two older than most of your teammates, and oftentimes the team will have what they call a player coach. From your role, how do you coach some of these younger guys?
Can you repeat that question, please? I'm not sure I understood it 100%.
From your position as the senior, the eldest member of the team, how
I
do
don't
you...
know about that one, man.
I like your haircut, by the way, but
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely, I understand. How do you provide leadership to some of the younger guys?
To be honest with you, I don't know what I do. I try and pass on the experience I have. I've done 13 years as a professional rider now, and I've learned a thing or two, through my years as a rider, and I figure whatever I can do to help these guys, make it big time and ultimately help the team achieve bigger goals, it's all going to be good. So if any of the guys got any questions and whatever I can do to help them, I'm always there for them. And it's something that it's a passion of mine to try and help to bring the next generation of cyclists along as well and teach them how to be professionals in the proper way. And I just like to help out.
Go right ahead.